Good afternoon. My name is Lauren Tarullo, and I am the Assistant Director of Advancement Events at the Rutgers University Alumni Association. Thank you for being with us today. This event is part of the RUAA's virtual series, which offers Rutgers alumni and friends the opportunity to stay connected and hear from expert alumni in various fields. Today, I am pleased to welcome you to a virtual yoga class led by Rutgers alumna Janice Liou, an international and online yoga teacher dedicated to yoga and wellness. Janice received a bachelor's degree from Rutgers School of Environmental and Biological Sciences in 2013. Having shifted her career track from medicine to yogipreneur, she created Own Life Living and Own Life Coaching to help empower both beginner and experienced yogis to actively chase their dreams, achieve their goals, and live their happiest and healthiest life. It is now my pleasure to turn it over to Janice.
Amazing. Thank you, Lauren. Hi, everyone. I'm really excited to be here with you guys. I have some of my most favorite memorable memories made at Rutgers as an undergrad. So it's just really nice to be here with the community and to lead you through a little yoga flow today, especially with everything going on at the moment. So if any of you guys are new to yoga, this is an all-level class, meaning if you have variations that you want to advance your practice with, please feel free. If you want to modify, I'll also provide you some modifications to ease up on anything. And today we will just kind of go through a nice little flow to ground ourselves, find calm, and feel good, basically. So let me see. I have here 2 blocks and a strap. If you guys don't have any props at home, I recommend you can use chairs, a dining chair on either side of your mat to help you modify. And if you don't have a strap, yoga leggings work really well as well. So you can grab all your things and we'll go ahead and get started. If you can set up yourself close to a wall, we can also use the wall for some stretches. Okay, let me switch the camera so you guys can see. Okay. And let me know, let me just check. Okay. Can you guys all see this? Let me pin this. Okay, perfect. In the chat box, you'll also find a Spotify playlist that should be all the way at the top. If you want to pair it with music or anything, that's there for you as well. So once you're all settled in, you can just move everything off to the side. And we'll start on our backs. So go ahead and lay down. If you have the Spotify playlist close by, I'll cue you when to start the music. Come to lie down nice and comfortably, and you can take whatever feels good in your legs. The feet can be wide, allow your knees to come into center. Or if you prefer, you can butterfly the knees open, feet together, knees wide. Just taking a moment to settle in here. Whatever happened earlier in your day or in your week, kind of letting it melt to the back of your mind. And fill your attention with the awareness of how you feel in your body. Notice the space between your eyebrows and start to soften your space. Relax your eyes, relax the eyebrows. Bring your attention and your awareness to your breath. You can move one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. And just starting our practice with presence, being present in the moment. Keep your focus on your breath and notice the sensations of your inhale through your nose. Notice how the breath fills the ribs, maybe even fills the belly. Lift the belly to your hand. And go ahead and open your mouth, exhale it out. The slower you can breathe, the more the nervous system calms. Slow inhale in through your nose. And full exhale out the mouth. One more. Slow inhale, filling all the way up. Visualize the breath moving in through the nose, puffing up the ribs and the belly. Visualize your breath moving back out. And I really like to start every single practice with an intention. So what that means is finding a word or a phrase that resonates with you, noticing what you need right now in this moment. That might be calm, might be grounding, maybe it's strength. Whatever that word is for you, it's your word, your intention. And then slowly start to hug your knees into your chest. Just rock a little side to side, take in the sensations that are happening in your body, noticing your low back, noticing your front of the thighs, the hip flexors. Noticing your shoulder, melt the shoulder heads back down to the floor. And if you have that playlist ready, you can go ahead and start your Spotify music. Hands onto the front of your knees and just start to open the knees wide and then circle them in. So we're taking these gentle little circles of our knees open and closed. And as we do so, it's a very gentle arching and curling of the tailbone. Continue being aware of how your low back feels as you curl and press your tailbone down. And then circle in the other direction. You might even activate the core a little bit as you pull the knees into your chest to lift the hips. And then come on back to center. You can keep that right knee hugged in, send the left leg out. Take a gentle twist, draw the knee across the body, and then cactus your right arm, turn your chin towards your right shoulder. As you breathe in, think of lengthening your right hip bone away from your rib cage. And as you breathe out, think of taking the right rib cage down towards the floor. One more breath in. One more breath out. Coming back to center, you can bend your left knee to step it down to the floor. Interlock your hands underneath your right hamstring, and you can start with the right knee bent. Keep the right knee in close towards the rib cage. Inhale, kick the right leg up to straighten, and then exhale, bend the knee. If the leg doesn't fully straighten, don't worry, we're just warming up. So moving with your breath, every inhale to kick and extend the leg up. Every exhale to plug the right knee down. One more time, inhale and exhale. This time, keep the right knee up, straightened all the way, and then just start to make some ankle circles. You might even point the toes, really activate through the leg, starting to wake up your hamstrings, your ankles a little bit more. And then rebend your right knee. Right hand comes to the inside arch of the foot. Plug your right knee down towards the outside of your rib cage. Stretching a little more in the inner thighs, the outer hips. If you need even more sensation, you can straighten that left leg all the way down and activate the leg. Press through the heel so that this left hip flexor is straight, the left knee is straight. Come on back to center and bend both knees in, hands inside arches of the feet, taking a happy baby. Knees down, tailbone down, just rock a little side to side. Emulate the vibes of a happy baby. And then from there, we'll switch sides. So the right leg can step down, straightening out the leg. We'll bend our left knee into our chest and just simply draw the knee across the body, cactusing the left arm and turning your chin towards your left shoulder. Every inhale, think of creating space between the rib cage and your hips. And then every exhale, thinking of melting this left rib cage down towards the floor. Breathe in. And breathe out. Come on back to center and you can straighten, step your right foot down, interlace your hands behind your left hamstring. Flex your left foot And keep your left knee plugged in. Inhale, straighten your left leg up. Exhale to bend, pull the knee in close to your chest. Inhale to straighten. And just a couple of rounds here to move through that leg, warming up the hamstring, feeling the stretch run down the calf. Next time you lift it up, just keep it up there and make some ankle circles. You might even crack a few toes, get some mobility in the ankles. I met my fiance at Rutgers, and he has the least flexible ankles I know. So really point through the feet, flex the feet, feel all the sensations. And then from there, we'll re-bend that left knee into our chest, our rib cage. The hand comes inside arch of the foot. Plug your left knee down just towards your armpit. There's a saying in yoga that everything connects. Connect your knee towards the armpit. Straightening your right leg if you would like a little bit more sensation. Kick through your right heel if that leg is straight to ground your right hip down, straightening your right leg more. And then we'll just bend both knees back in. One more time, happy baby. This time the hands can come, I changed my mind. Still the inside arches of your feet. Rock a little side to side. And then we'll take our happy baby wide. So kick your feet out. It's a reclined straddle. Flex your feet. Feel all the sensations on those inner thighs. Rock a little side to side. Maybe the toes will even tap the floor as you do so. Really think of a happy baby. From there, zip your legs together. Use your core. Lift your hips away from the floor. Lift the hips up and then bend your knees in. So we'll do that 2 more times. Lift the hips up, bend your knees in, just to activate your core a little bit more. Contract the thighs to your chest and bend your knees in. Rock a little up and down your spine this time. We'll come all the way into a tall seat. Sitting up nice and tall, let's take a side stretch. Left hand is down. Inhale, lift your right arm up, look up, and then bend your left elbow. Open your side waist, your right side waist. Right hand can come behind the head. And instead of the elbow turning down, think of spiraling your chest to face up. Breathe. Inhale. Ribs lifting up towards the ceiling. Exhale. One more breath. And then use your exhale to contract the core, rise back up. Left hand to your right elbow. The hand is behind the shoulder blades. And then from there, lift the chin away from your chest. Lean into your own right arm, opening your shoulders. Try to release the grip of your face here. Relaxed face, soft smile, especially the space in between the eyes. We carry so much stress and tension in the face. If you can relax the face, you can relax the mind. Lift both arms up, inhale, and interlock your hands, flip your palms up, look up, open your chest. As you exhale, push the air out from you like a big bear hug. Round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest. 2 more times like that. Inhale, opening the throat. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. And there goes my ear pods. Come on back to center and we'll take the side stretch to the other side. So that this time the right hand comes on down. Inhale, stretch the ribs up and then exhale, side stretch up and over. Right elbow can bend down towards the floor and we're opening the chest. Bend your left elbow. Open your chest up. Take your gaze up. Side stretch with a shoulder stretch. Breathe in and breathe out. One more breath. On your exhale, close the ribs, rising back up. Right hand to your left elbow, hand behind your back, and then think of leaning your head into your left arm to open your chest. Again, here, we want to think about a soft, relaxed face. to allow the body to relax as well. Lift both arms up. Inhale, stretch the palms up, shoulders up to your ears, stretch the belly. And then as you exhale, come on forward into your tabletop. So we'll walk our knees back to stack underneath our hips and the fingertips, the wrists in front underneath the shoulders. From here, turn your fingertips back to face your knees. If there's too much sensation, if you've been typing a lot, you might just turn the fingertips outwards and slowly work your way towards facing the knees. Tuck the toes and just start to lean back. Allow the base of the palms to peel up to stretch the forearms. And if you have quite a bit of flexibility, bend your elbows straight down as you stretch. Broaden your collarbones, draw your shoulder blades back and down. And then come back forward. So do it 2 more times more dynamically. Lean back, stretching your palms, either straight arms or bending them down. Lean forward. And 1 more time, lean back. Lean it back forward, turn your fingertips back around and make these spider fingers, cupcake fingers. Press into your finger pads to reintegrate your wrists. Need better ear pods. And then we'll plant the hands, finding 3 rounds of a cat-cow. Inhale to arch your spine, lifting up. And then exhale, rounding your spine, tuck chin to your chest, pull up the space between your upper middle back. Inhale, heart pulse forward. Open your throat. Maybe close your eyes, exhale, make space in the spine. 1 more, inhale, arch the spine, pull your heart forward between your hands. Exhale, round your spine, pulling up the upper middle back. Come back to a neutral spine and tuck your left toes on the mat. Press through your left heel and stretch your left calf. Belly is tight, suck belly into your spine. It's a slight feeling of Uddiyana Bandha, if you know what that is, if you're a yoga practitioner. And if not, don't worry about it, just think, suck your belly in. And then from there, we're going to shift the weight forward, stacking the shoulders over the wrists, push into your back toes, lift your right knee into your chest, shift forward. And then as you take it back, open your right knee out, take the right ankle to your left thigh. So it's a down dog figure 4. Do your best to draw your right knee wide and back. Now from here, we can hug the right knee back into your chest and just step the right foot down. If the foot comes to the middle of the mat, that's okay. You can lower the knee and just walk it forward. Coming into a nice low lunge here. Fingertips stay down on the floor. If you have blocks or chairs, you can modify, take your hands to blocks or chairs. We're going to keep our thigh and our chest connected. Just straighten your back leg. Press through the back heel to straighten the knee as best as you can. And then from there, tap it down. So warming up the quad here. Inhale to straighten, exhale to tap. 1 more. Quad is strong, straighten the leg. And this time keep it straight and exhale to straighten the right leg. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over the right leg. Stretching the right hamstring. Rebend your right knee and take the left hand down to the floor. Keep it down, open the right arm up, taking a little twist, look up. As you exhale, spin the back heel down and then dip the hips down, reach it back. Inhale, lift the hips up, swim the right bicep over your ear. And then exhale, dip the hips down, reach the arm back. 1 more time. Inhale, swim the right bicep over the ear. And exhale, reach it back. Come on back to center. Fingertips onto the block. Step your left foot forward, both feet together. Again, blocks or dining chair, really nice here for extra space. Inhale, flat back and lengthen. And then exhale, forward fold. soft bend in your knees and separate your feet a little wide if your hamstrings are feeling tight. You can really connect the rib cage to the thighs here. Take your hands to opposite elbows and give yourself a gentle sway side to side. Gently shake your head a little yes and a little no. And if you would like a deeper forward fold, hands can come behind your calves, crisscrossing to opposite shins to fold deeper. Excuse me. Take a breath in, suck the belly in. And then as you exhale, crown of the head down towards the floor. You might even straighten your legs a little more, finding that quad engagement to straighten. One more breath in. And slowly releasing your hands, breathe out. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. And exhale, plant the palms, step it back to a high plank. Now in your high plank, we're going to create a cat shape. So puff the upper back up, really push the floor away from you, and then scoop your tailbone under. Almost feel like you're trying to drag your toes forward. You don't actually have to move your feet, but this action of contracting the space between the rib cage and the hip bones will kick on your core. Breathing for 3. For 2. Take your knees down for 1. Inhale to arch your spine for cow. And then exhale to round your spine for cat. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. And 1 more. Breathing out. Neutral spine, inhale, take your right toes back onto the mat and press through the heel, stretching the calf. Slightly open your chest, think of pulling the heart forward, collarbones are broad. Then from there, shift the weight forward. You might slide the toes closer, push the floor away, take the knee towards your nose. Open your left knee wide and take left ankle to the right thigh. You can also bend your bottom knee if it's easier for you, or you can straighten it. Think about energetically drawing your left knee open and back, using your own strength of the inner adductors. And then as you exhale, take your knee to your nose and we'll step the left foot forward. The right knee can tap down if you need to wiggle it forward. You might even find some blocks here. Stay low, rib cage and belly connecting, and then we'll press that right leg straight. Think about engaging and initiating the action from the heel. And then as you exhale, tap your knee down. 2 more times. Inhale, the hips stay as low as you can. Press your right heel back. Exhale down. 1 more. And then this time on the exhale, straighten the left leg. Inhale, elongate the spine, pull your heart forward. And then exhale, fold it down. And here you can think about pressing into the big toe mound of your foot. Activate your quads so that this knee starts to lift upwards and backwards. All the stretching in yoga is actually quite active. Come on back to center and rebend your left knee. The right hand will stay down and we'll peel the left arm up. Look up for an easy twist and spin your back heel down. From there, reach it back, dip the hips down. Then inhale, lift the hips up, swim the left bicep over the ear, side stretch. Exhale, dip the hips down. Inhale, flossing through the hips a little, and exhale. 1 more. Inhale, lift, and arm reaches back. Slide left foot back, step right foot forward. Both feet can be together or hips width apart. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees this time, and inhale, take a chair pose. Sit your hips back, kind of like one of those toilets in Hickman Hall or any Rutgers classroom building. Not that you want to sit down, hover hover over it. And then weight is in the heels. Lift all 10 toes if you can for an extra challenge. Really think about drawing your biceps behind your ears. So there's quite a bit of thoracic strengthening here. Pinkies dial in, look up, inhale. I'm talking a lot so that you stay in it. And then exhale, we'll reach the hands behind us. Stand all the way up, drive the fist down and lift your chest up, look up. And as you exhale, we'll rebend the knees and fold. Sending the fists away from the low back for a shoulder stretch. Take a little twist. Keep your knees soft, connecting your knees into your armpits. Straighten your right leg and look to the right. Fold through center and switch. Right knee taps the right shoulder, straighten left leg, look left. And fold through center. Hands down to the floor. Lengthen your spine, flat back. Now here you can either take your feet together, step it back to a high plank, or you might even jump it back, landing with soft elbows, chaturanga. Lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes and take your forearms down to the floor. Sphinx pose. Line up your elbows underneath your shoulders. If you're tighter in the back, walk your elbows forward. Zip your legs together and then activate. Pull your elbows back to lift your chest forward. Feel your upper back muscles start to kick on. Your neck can be neutral instead of chin down, straight forward, or you might even use your eyes, start to look up. Lengthen your legs back as though your tailbone could grow longer in between your heels, like you had a third leg. And lower it down. Take your feet a little wider, take your hands out wide, and again, those cupcake fingers, spider fingers. Cobra pose. The hips and belly button stay down for this one, for your first few. Inhale, lift the chest, keep your belly button down, and activate the upper back. Feel almost like you could lift your hands off the floor. That's what strengthening you should feel. And lower down. 2 more times. Inhale. And then if you want to pull it up a little higher, the belly button can lift, but the hip bones stay down. So not here, but down here. Exhale down. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Take your forearms back down to the floor again, and we'll bend the left knee in. Start low. Forehead can come to the right arm. Left hand to the left foot. Quad stretch, hip flexor stretch. If you have the flexibility, if the heel comes close, turn your fingertips to face the same direction as the toes. Plug your heel down, and the higher you lift your chest, the more you'll feel this stretch. Imagine lengthening your left knee back, the heel coming in towards the outer hip. For those of you who want more, elbow can lift, and keep your hip bones down. Hip bones are not lifted in the air, they're down. Especially if you sit a lot, this stretch is really nice to release the hip flexors and warm it up. Let's switch sides, but before we do, bend both knees in, reach back. If you want to use a strap or your leggings for this, you can also do that. And then we'll simply kick. Stretch the front of your pecs. Instead of kicking back, then kick up towards the ceiling. And slowly to release. Coming back to your forearms. Forehead can come down to start. Bend your right knee. Same hand, same foot. Right hand, right foot. Turning the fingertips if you would like. And drawing the heel down. And if you would like more, then you can also lift the elbow. Hips stay down, back leg lengthens, right quad lengthens. and gently to release. Forearms are down, lift the hips up, take it back into child's pose for a moment. Wiggle the hips a little side to side. Now, whatever you have, whether it's a dining chair, maybe it's your blocks or it's a couch, you can take this shoulder stretch. So if you have the blocks, you can flip them up. The higher the setting, the more intense you can go. Lower the setting, the easier it is. Elbows to whatever surface you're on. And then from there, allow your forehead to come down to the floor. And you might even take your hands to back of your shoulders. Now, if you don't have anything, but you do have a wall, you can also take this on the wall. Forearms, fingertips to wall, and you can just melt. Think of continually shrugging those shoulders up to your ears as you melt your heart space down. Forehead can come to the wall or the floor. If you're taking elbows, you can also do this. Push your elbows down, close the ribs to come on back up. Tuck your toes and take your knees into your armpits. And then from there, we can interlock the hands behind our head and draw chin down to your chest. Gentle traction of the back of the neck. And come on back. So this position is an arm balance, crow pose if you would like it. You might try it if you've never done it. Lift your heels up and really connect these shin bones into your triceps. So I like to think of coming under my legs to hook back to connect this shin bone right underneath the knee to the top of my tricep, as high as it can go. From there, I'm going to look forward. And by looking forward, I'm going to broaden my collarbone. So I'm going to draw the shoulder heads back. Lean forward. Keep looking forward. If you look down, it's like you don't trust the body. So look forward. And then you might lift one. You might lift two for Bakasana, crow. Even if you don't lift your feet, the action of leaning forward will train your strength. Lower it down and take a little forward fold. Ragdoll it out. Downward facing dog. Look forward between your hands, bend your knees. You can either just step forward or you might take a little jump forward, land your feet forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Chair pose, bend your knees, sit low in your chair. Find whatever visual works for you. Stand all the way up and slide your prayer to heart center. Samastitihi. So bend the knees again, chair pose, inhale. Then exhale, take the prayer to heart center, lift your chest, and we'll twist to our right. So hooking our left elbow outside of the right thigh, thumbs to the center of your chest. You might even tee the arms if you want a little more. If you would like any variations here, if you have a side crow, you can take that, or you can simply stay. A bit of a tricky transition, but give it a try. Keep the weight in your right foot. Step your left foot back into a twisting lunge. Any variations here, you can also take level twos, can take a half bind. If you have a flying side crow, you can take that. Or simply stay. Sometimes harder to just stay. Right hand comes down, spin your back heel down, and cartwheel yourself up into a warrior two. My hair is caught in my mic. Oh, technology. Love, hate. Bend your right knee in your warrior two and fire up your back leg. Then flip your right palm, reversing. It's a side stretch. Open the right side waist. Keep reaching back, straighten your right leg. And come to center. Shorten your stance, wiggle that back foot in, draw your hips back, reach forward, and then hand can come to your shin, or it can come to a block or your dining chair, whatever will work for you outside of your shin. Left arm up. Breathing in and breathing out. Think of turning left hip point down, and then you can make this into a twist by opening the right rib cage, left rib cage up. We'll swim our left arm back down. Walk yourself to the long edge side of your mat. Turn your toes in and your heels out. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, fold. So if the crown of the head is far from the floor, you can always prop yourself up. If the crown of the head is close to the floor, you can take headstand, where you'll walk your hands in between the heels. The crown of the head is down, and you can lift your knees up into your triceps, actually a little bit easier than crow. And then you might straighten the legs all the way up. Just an option, all right? I usually prefer to stay here for the stretch. Lengthen your spine, flat back. And if you want to grab any props with you, you're going to grab your blocks, walk to the back edge of your mat, spin your back heel up, and lower your back knee down. So now we're facing the opposite side, and we're on the left leg. Lizard lunge. Forearms can come down to a cushion, some blocks, whatever feels good, and we're just opening the outer left hip here. If you're tighter in the hip flexor, you might also feel quite a bit of stretch and sensation in your back hip flexor. From your lizard, you're welcome to just stay. If this feels great, it's like my favorite pose, you can stay, or the form can come down and you can look past your left shoulder. Now you might really feel the back thigh, so this is a great place to stay as well. Or you can start to bend the back knee, hand to the foot, maybe heel towards the butt. Again, try to relax your face. Allow your hips to soften and melt open. Slowly to release it and coming back. Half split with your foot wide. So it can stay wide, especially if you're a bit tighter. Blocks or dining chairs are really nice here. And you can slide your left foot out more in towards this half split. Do your best. If you notice yourself rounding like that cat position, think of pulling your chest forward and drawing your tailbone back. So there is a pop or an arch in your low back. Back bending to find this stretch. If you have anything deeper, of course, you can take it deeper. But again, it's about where you go and where you can breathe and find proper form, chest lifting, tailbone back. There's options here. You can simply just stay here. Or if you would like a funky pose, the right shin can turn back. So it can't turn this way, right? It only turns to the left. Swim it back, and you can bend your left knee. The hand will come to the inside of your ankle so that this knee is outside of my shoulder. this hand, thumb facing down, to the outside, pinky edge side of the foot. And you can lean your hip back and lift your foot up. If you have it, you might even really take that side stretch and open your side waist. Again, just something funky if you do want to play with it. Not necessary. We'll come on back. Walk your fingers forward and step your right foot wide this time. Both feet at the edges of your mat. You're facing the opposite way from before. Sit the hips down, and if you would like to pop a squat, you can sit on the block, Malasana. If you are closer down to the floor, that's great as well. Open your collarbones. Toes and knees facing in the same direction. One more time, we'll take a twist. Left arm, I'll start with the right so you can see. Right arm in front of the right shin, and then left arm will spiral open, look up. Half bind option. If you would like a full bind, you can interlock the hands. Open your knees wide, inner adductor strength. Come back to center. Inhale, prayer. And then exhale, left arm extends. Inhale, right arm up. Imagine if we took all our classes like in a Malasana squat. Half bind, full bind. Open your chest. Come back to center. Prayer to heart. Lift the chest. Hands down. Lift your hips up. And you might jump or press your feet together. Forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, we'll twist left, right elbow this time, hooks left thigh. Thumbs to the center of your chest, spiral your gaze up. Optional to tee your arms. Any variations here, feel free to take them. Think of stacking left shoulder above right. And then we'll transition. Back and stay in the twist. Right foot lunges back and finding your twisting lunge. Restabilize. You can always lower that back knee down too, right? No one's watching, you're at home. Take it to whatever feels right for you. Again, any variations that you have in this twist. We'll slowly to release the twist, and the left hand will come down. Spin your right heel down, cartwheel it up. Warrior two. Gazing past your front middle finger. Stay low, flip the palm, reverse, side stretch in the left side waist. Keep reaching back, straighten the left leg. And then shorten your stance. Turn your right hip forward, pull the left hip back, reach left arm forward. Hand to the shin, a block outside of the block, and then right arm pivots up. So there are different ways to do this triangle. I like the twist. So think of turning right hip down, spiraling right rib up. Swim right arm back down. We'll come back to the long edge side of the mat. Toes in, heels out. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, fold it down. This time in your wide-legged forward fold, let's take the shoulder stretch. Interlace your hands at your low back. Lift your chest halfway up and then fold. Send the fists away from your low back. Allow yourself to roll towards the toes. Grip into your toe pads so that you stay balanced. And lift up on your knees by engaging the quads. Slowly to release. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. And we'll walk it back forward. This time, right lizard lunge. Right foot will wiggle right, left knee comes on down. And then the forearms can come on down. Again, if it's too much, if you find yourself really rounding your spine, try to prop yourself up on your elbows so that you have more space to open up. Notice if you're tense at your hips, try to breathe a little more and relax the right hip. Staying here, or maybe taking the hip flexor stretch. Left hand back down, taking your gaze past the back shoulder first, and then perhaps even bending the knee, heel to the butt. Hips down towards the floor. Think of a melting sensation as you open back. You're really on the top of your knee here. You're not on the knee like this. It's really the bottom of your quad. Release it nice and slow, and taking your half split. Straightening your right leg and opening your chest, your spine. Tailbone back, heart forward. Those that are moving deeper, you have the option if that works well for you. But really thinking chest forward, tail back. And you can either just stay here in this hamstring stretch if that's what is calling for you today, or you can pivot the shin bone back, bend your knee, hand moves inside of your foot, flex your foot, left hand crosses in front, holds the pinky, lean your hips back, and then kick it up, pick it up. Maybe you'll even kick open, pivoting your bicep over the ear. Right? Even if you did this with the knee bent, that's amazing. Okay, coming back, nice and slow. Walk your fingers forward, step your left foot forward. Take your feet wide, and we're going to come all the way down to lie down, lying on our backs. We'll end class with a final pose of reclined pigeon. And if you're close to the wall, you can use the wall to assist. So sit close to the wall, lay on back, and just step your feet to the wall. This will tell you if you need to scoot back or scoot forward more. If the tailbone is up, wiggle yourself back until your tailbone comes down. From there, hug the right knee in and open the knee wide. Take the ankle to the top of the thigh, hands to your right inner thigh and the ankle, and allow your hips to melt down. If you don't feel the stretch, come closer to the wall. If it's too much, move back away from the wall. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. Breathe in and breathe out. And then we'll just switch sides. Right foot returns, left ankle crosses. Hands gently coaxing your left knee wide. Breathing in and breathing out. If you take anything away from this class, take this stretch away with you. Share it with friends and family, professors, staff members. This one's a really nice one. Now, you can simply scoot back or just step the feet to the wall. And just for a moment, we'll close in, ending our practice, tuning in one more time. Hands wide, opening the collarbones, spine long, eyes soft. Take a full breath in. Open your mouth out. Exhale. Keep your attention on the softness of the space between your eyebrows and your breath. Inhale for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath at the top. Press your belly out and up. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your pregnant belly breath in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full breath in, stretch the arms up. Full breath out, hug the knees in. You can rock up to a nice tall seat one more time. Sit up nice and tall, close your eyes. Feel the stacking of the crown of the head over the tailbone. Feel your face soft with peace. Sliding prayer to heart center. Take a full breath in and open your mouth. Exhale, bow down. Thumbs coming to the center of your third eye to connect to the center of your intuition, to trust. Thank you, everyone, for practice.
Janice, on behalf of the RUAA, thank you for sharing your time and expertise this afternoon. I also want to thank all attendees for joining us virtually. We hope you enjoyed today's event. You will be receiving a follow-up email from the RUAA, which will include a brief survey. Please take a few moments to provide your feedback. More information will also be provided on how you can continue to follow Janice's work and her journey. Thank you again, and we hope you will join us at a future alumni event very soon.
Thank you guys for joining so much. If you, like Lauren said, want to find more, I'm pretty much everywhere on the internet, and it was really nice connecting with the Rutgers community. So much love for Rutgers. So
thank you.
Thank you guys. Have a great day. Bye.